My biggest challenge is conflicts. I don't like conflicts. I don't know, I was hoping to discover just to have fun, which is what happened. Had a lot of fun, a lot more than what I thought we would have. I got a lot of information. My aha moment was discovering me, trying to figure out where I am and what color and why I'm not a color. Or I guess that's my biggest aha, learning about me. I'm gonna implement what I learned from the training in how I teach, how I deal with my students, and learning about me. I love the training. It was awesome. I learned a lot. It was fun. I laughed so hard, I cried. But it was very interesting and I had a lot of fun. And the time went by like that, but it was awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I think my biggest challenge is probably conflict, making sure that I just do everything right and I meet the needs of everybody. I think I was hoping to discover more in depth about my colors and how they blend with others. I think my aha moment was thinking I wasn't a certain color and then realizing, oh, I do have a lot of those attributes of a certain color. I think it surprised me. I think it'll help me meet the needs of my kids better by communicating with them better, as well as my coworkers. I was really looking forward to the training today and it did not disappoint. I had a lot of fun. It's probably one of the best trainings I've done in years.
My biggest challenge is at times getting out of my head and being present in the room and present with the other people that I'm working with. So not being so much of a green and trying to blend in with the other colors. In this training, I was hoping to discover a lot about my coworkers. I have a lot of compassion for the people that I work with, and I would like to understand them more so that we can be more successful together. My aha moment during the training is that I truly am the odd duck that I always thought I was. I didn't realize that there were so few of greens. I had been asking up and down the hallways once we did our surveys and was hoping to find a fellow green. I'm proud of being green. It's also sometimes lonely being green. What I learned today in the training, I will take back to the classroom and into our meetings as well as at home. Other people have different styles, and while I'm a combination of colors and personalities, so are they. And so I can adapt and ebb and flow to meet their needs better. I believe in the science behind it. They're all very consistent, and thank you for helping me understand who I am.
What I was hoping to gather from this training was more so the truth about my personality and why I mesh so well with my team, because I feel like we do a great job, like a hand in glove fit, but I wanted to know, what are some things about me that stands out and what do I contribute to the overall structure of the team? My aha moment during the training was finding out that you could change colors pretty much depending on what situation you're in. So when I initially took the assessment, I was thinking as if me outside of work. But of course, when you come to work, I may be more of a gold, I may be more of a blue, I may be, less green or what have you, but that your colors can actually fluctuate and change as you get in different settings. So I'll implement what I learned in the training with better understanding my team. So of course, we can work like a well-oiled machine, but also being able to, identify certain students, identify their needs, where they struggle, and things like that personality-wise, so I can learn how to react more effectively. So the training was great. I was a little skeptical when I saw it was gonna be 8 to 12. Didn't know that, certain trainings could be that long, but pretty much the time just flew by. We were getting a lot of information. We had a lot of activities to make sure everybody was up and at them. And again, it was extremely informative, and I would probably suggest all companies take advantage of this.
My greatest challenge that I struggle with is organization, because I am very spontaneous on the fly, and so I like doing a lot of different things, and sometimes things get lost in that process. So I was thinking it was just another personality quiz, like the Myers-Briggs, and I was thinking, oh, okay, I'm going to find out a little bit more, but I really found out about my colleagues and trying to figure out who they were. So that was very important to me today. So my aha moment was discovering my teammates, like I said, my colleagues, because this is my first year with this particular team, and discovering how I need to be more open to asking for help for people who are of the different colors to help me accomplish my goals and my goals with my students. Also realizing how I can look at a student and figure out what their color is so I can communicate better with them in teaching them the skills that they need to learn. I would use this training to help teach my kids the concepts, to be able to communicate better with them, and to be more open about asking our colleagues to help me with other tasks that I may not be as strong in with my particular color. I really enjoyed the training today because, like I said, I got to know my colleagues and I really got to see their personality shine today, and that really helped me to understand that we're in this together and that we're going to work together to accomplish a great goal here in Putnam County.
My biggest challenge as a principal of an elementary school is making sure that our teachers are supported, that our students feel like they are also supported, and also bringing that group together to be able to accomplish a goal for educating children. What I'd hoped to discover from the training was a true look at our staff to get a better understanding of their personalities as we prepare for new years, is being able to team those people together and to put people together that would be better for working together. Our staff does a great job working together, but maybe getting a better understanding of what they like, what are their interests, and hopefully being able to put those people together to make a stronger team. Biggest aha moment for me is really having an even deeper appreciation for our staff. And I think as we went through the training, as people initially started, were very quiet and kind of apprehensive. And as we got into the training, people began to loosen up, so to speak, were able to communicate with one another. And as they communicated, getting a better understanding of each other and understanding. And the biggest aha moment is having everybody understand that we all have those various colors. We have a strength of one and one stronger than the other, but all of them really come together to form who we are as a person and who we are as a team in our school. Thinking about implementation for us in our school, I think initially will be getting over the first bit of the training and having people to understand what colors each person, what they are and how they operate. But I think ultimately then is how do we put our teams together using what we've learned? How are we going to take the information that we've gained from this training and not only make our teachers stronger educators, but also provide them with a basis that they can be stronger instructors. I'm certainly appreciative of True Colors. I'm appreciative of Lisa and her team for coming in and working with our staff. But one of the things that I guess that comes to mind is this idea that I've always believed in this group of people. I know what they're capable of doing, and being able to see them come together and work together today was extremely pleasing. And I think everyone enjoyed it. Everyone would highly recommend it. And many of them are wanting to know how they can spread this to maybe within their families and maybe with other friends in the field.